in Basran, calling an interesting public hearing on Tuesday night concerning McKinley Beach Resort. An interesting back and forth, but at the end of the day, the item was deferred. Can you explain why it was deferred and what the next steps are?
Sure. So the public hearing will be kept open for another 2 weeks, and the item will be on the next public hearing agenda as well, so that people can still address council. And the reason why it's being kept open is because there was some information around traffic impact analysis studies that were done for the area, where the public wasn't able to have access to those, and I can't speak to why that is. They were asked for, but weren't shared, either by city staff or by the developer. There's no blame here, it's just an honest mistake. And as a result of that, at the advice of our city clerk, we're keeping it open to allow access to the traffic impact analysis, and then for residents to give further input after seeing what those traffic impact studies say about this proposed development.
Now, I know public hearing, as you say, is still open. A decision has not been made. So I don't know how comfortable you are or how far you want to go in speaking on what happened last night, but there was an interesting discussion around climate change, around density, around how far we should go. Should we do single family? Should we do apartments style or condo style? Can you talk about that discussion, what you heard?
Well, I mean, sure, there are a number of things that we heard from the community in particular, and really appreciated people's passion about the environment. So their main concerns were, or I guess the crux of the matter is, that the McKinley Beach development has been approved for a total build out of 1,300 units. And what the developers would like to do is build the remaining, say, 700 units. Instead of them being townhouses or multifamily, condos, they would like to utilize additional space to build single-family homes instead. And so they are asking for then a greater land area to be able to do that than was originally proposed for the project. And in light of climate change, the costs of suburban sprawl to municipalities, most of the interveners spoke to the need or to be more mindful of climate change in light of what we're seeing outside today with smoke, wildfires. The latest report from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change saying how dire the situation is, that they don't believe that further land should be utilized for single-family suburban development in this neighborhood.
There were comparisons to Thompson Flats. Do you see the comparison?
Yeah, I mean, and there's some similarities, but every situation is different. And again, this situation, I believe, is different too. There's a significant park dedication being proposed by the development. The additional acreage that they'd like to use for their single-family homes will include a large portion of park and protection of sensitive ecosystems. So there are a few different things about this. Also, I would say the proximity to Lake Country makes this different, where Lake Country has plans for thousands of homes right on the border of the Lake Country Kelowna boundary, near where this project is proposed to take place. So there are some similarities, but there's also some really significant differences as well.